Back here on CBS Sports HQ and back here with Tim Doyle, who was a standout at Northwestern, all Big Ten. Let's talk about standout players on Friday. Start with the Duke-Houston game. Who is the standout player for you?
I thought Kyle Filipowski, he got the fingernails dirty. You know, some guys at Duke, you know, they like to kind of make sure the hair gel looks good. Maybe they have a little self-tanner on. I'm not talking about myself. But what did Filipowski do in this game? Put his head down. He got into the lane. He had only 2 assists. But you know what I count? Hockey assist.
Yeah.
He was making the pass to the pass for open looks. He made some jump hooks. He buried a big 3. He also made the first shot of the game for Duke because they were rattled early. And he settled them down. I thought this was a masterful performance. I know the numbers aren't really going to jump off the page. And he certainly got help from Jeremy Roach in the second half. But without Filipowski in this game, obviously Jamal Shead getting hurt, they would have got run out the gym. He was outstanding.
Kyle Filipowski helping lead Duke to take on NC State in the South Regional Final. Who is the standout player for NC State as they were able to down Marquette?
It's a new guy every game.
Yeah.
That's NC State.
Yeah.
It's somebody new every game. We were talking about the DJs. Middlebrooks had his moment in the sun. Even, you know, Mike O'Connell's made some big shots during this stretch. And I thought Mohamed Diarra, who is going through Ramadan right now, who's waking up early, 5:30 in the morning to get food, get some IV because he's, you know, sustaining from eating throughout the day. 11 points, 15 rebounds. What NC State has done is lock teams up. Texas Tech shot 39%. Oakland, they slowed them down, especially in overtime. And then Marquette, 58 points. It also helped that the Golden Eagles were 4 of 31 from 3, but Diarra was everywhere. He set the tone for NC State.
All right, so NC State and Duke meeting for the first time in the NCAA tournament. They play in the late game on Sunday for a spot in the Final Four. That's going to be incredible. All right, Gonzaga, Purdue in the Midwest. There's really only one correct answer here, and it is who?
I'm not going to pick him. Okay, you think it's Zach Edey?
No. There's one correct answer.
It's Braden Smith.
Thank you.
Guy was had a triple-double.
15 assists.
Yeah, he had 8 rebounds. He had 14 points. I thought Purdue was outstanding. Tonight, Purdue was the best team in college basketball. They shot over 50% from the field. They banged down 9 of 20 from 3. They had 24 assists on 32 turnovers, 32 made field goals. They only had 9 turnovers. Smith was all over the floor. He's so good in the pick and roll. You know, here's a guy who wasn't even recruited. He was going to Belmont. And some guys just fit with the right team. Obviously, it's great playing with Zach Edey. He really understands his role. This was a dominant performance, especially in the second half from Purdue. Yeah, when you set the record for most in a game in Purdue history, that earned you the standout player of the game. As for the standout player from Creighton in Tennessee, who stood out to you? Yeah, Dalton Connect's kind of the easy answer. You know what I love is his form. He's one of those guys when he shoots, it looks like it's going in every single time. And he holds his follow-through for young people out there. Like when you shoot, you got to hold that. And he holds it for a really long time. When they went on that 18-0 run, go back and watch the highlight if you have it on CBS Sports HQ. You know what he did? He played a role in every bucket. He was either hitting buckets, stealing, passing. He was involved in that entire run, and that run changed the game. Even though Creighton came back, that was the run that completely flipped the tide. They were losing at that point. 18-0 run puts them up 16, and then it was a bit of a ball game, but Connect has been great. Another guy, 0 scholarships coming out of high school and ends up transferring to Tennessee. He's been remarkable all season long. Yeah, the Northern Colorado transfer has been incredible, and 3 of the 4 Elite 8 matchups are rematches. You'll see Tennessee and Purdue in the early game on Sunday. Here's what it looks like in both the South and Midwest regions. Purdue and Tennessee, Easter Sunday, 2:20 Eastern, followed by Duke and NC State. First ever tournament meeting between the 2 ACC rivals, Sunday, 5:05 Eastern. Both games on CBS. 2 spots in the Final Four on the line. Who will be elite on Saturday? Who will punch their ticket to the Final Four? Illinois and UConn. It's not a rematch from earlier in the season. Clemson and Alabama is a rematch from earlier in the season. Clemson beat Alabama, football school matchup here. Alabama trying to get to the Final Four for the first time in school history. All right, back here with Tim Doyle, and we're talking about the player to watch for on Saturday. Who will be the guy that you're targeting? Well, I think someone became a household name against North Carolina, and that was Grant Nelson. Now, I don't know if it's like the 80s mustache or maybe the long floppy hair. He's a transfer from North Dakota State, but the guy could play. He could step out. He could shoot the three. He was awesome against North Carolina. He had 24 points on only 9 shots. He took 2 threes. He banged him down. He's athletic. And by the way, this was a matchup between Alabama and Clemson that Clemson went down to Tuscaloosa. Smacked him around. Over 50% from 3. Over 50% from the field. And P.J. Hall, Clemson's star player, got the best of Nelson. That's the matchup to watch out for.
All right, so we're going to be looking for Grant Nelson against Clemson. Of the 2 games, who's your favorite to advance to the Final Four?
You know it. What water do you drink?
Connecticut water.
Yes. And UConn is a heavy favorite, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about whoever they've played in the tournament. I mean, they've made the line so astronomical in this game. It's like they're almost begging you to take Illinois. When I see UConn, you know what I see? No weakness. Remember the kid? I mean, they could do it every which way. They could beat you on the boards. They could shoot the three. They could defend. They could go fast. They have a bunch of guys that can make shots. They got veteran guards. It seems like they're getting better as the tournament's wearing on, so a little bit scary for everybody else.
All right, UConn is Tim's team to win on Saturday. That's my team to win on Saturday as well. All right, now give me your bold prediction for Saturday. What do you got?
You know what I always love? Because I never did local news, but I always love when they end the newscast like this.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
And that's going to end everything here. I don't know why they do that, okay?
And that'll do it. Thanks for joining us here on
classy out there.
Right.
Okay, here's the bold prediction.
Okay.
Illinois beats UConn.
No.
Beats UConn.
You just said the team most likely to win is UConn, and now your bold statement is Illinois winning? That doesn't make any sense on how language works.
I've been married 10 years, okay? When I walked down that aisle, most likely that was going to fail. I mean, we all know the odds on that now. I'm holding strong right now. Yes, UConn is most likely going to win, but Illinois, they have a spurt ability. They have an ability to spread the floor. Terrence Shannon banging down threes. Marcus Damas doing a little bit of everything. He had triple-double in the first game. They have depth. They've been tested. They're playing their best basketball. They could score 95. I mean, heck, Iowa State had a hard time slowing them down. Who has better defense, Iowa State or Connecticut? Akeem?
Iowa State.
There we go. And they were able to push the pace in that spot. I'm not saying UConn's not the better team. They certainly are. But this is a game that's going to go right down to the wire. And I believe, bold prediction, okay? Illinois does it.
And that'll do it for Tim Doyle in this segment. Thank you, Tim. He's wrong. UConn's winning this. Elite 8 coverage. You turn to us for elite coverage on CBS Sports HQ. We're going to take you all the way to Phoenix. Who's going to move on to the Final Four? We're about to find out this weekend. Keep it locked here on CBS Sports HQ.
You stay classy, Phoenix.